As always, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell to be notified for future videos. Hello, and welcome back to the Fish Tank. I am Cole. What we have here is a 1996 Porsche Carrera. It is for the 1K, 1 year, build-off invitational from Matchbox Makeovers. The rules of the build are simple. All you have to have is a Porsche, and you can do it any way you want. Also, you have to give it away afterwards. Guys, let's get into it. So this is our casting. Brand new out of package, 1996 Porsche Carrera. I decided to pick this car because a couple weeks ago I was out shopping at Target and I saw it, and I thought it was perfect for this build. You also see a 911 sitting in your top left corner. I thought about doing that too, but it had a lot of detail and honestly I didn't have a lot of time to do this. So what we started with was, as normal, we are grabbing our drill and drilling it out. Always remember to wear your safety goggles and, if needed, safety gloves. So Andrew set this little invitational out a month and a half, 2 months, no, it's been about 3 months almost, I would say. And I finally got around to it. It's about a week before. And my plan for this was out of the blue. Believe it or not, I got this idea when I was running. So I would say about 2 weeks ago, I was scrolling on TikTok and there was this kid that was customizing. It was a Mercedes Benz and he made it into a drift type car. So my plan for this car is to, first, we're going to take it apart like you see here. I'm prying the car apart. We're going to take it apart. Once the base pops off, I do end up sanding the rivets like normal, I just don't show it. I'm zooming in here to see detail on where I'm going to have to put some more detail. And there's a lot of detail that could have been put on this car, but Hot Wheels didn't do it. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the rest of our car into the weekly bin that I have dedicated to parts. It's right there, you can see that Corvette, and then I'm going to put the interior, and eventually the base does go in there. Now I am going to go grab my paint stripper. I'm going to call this from now on the chum bucket, and we're going to go chumming. Once you put it into the chum bucket, make sure to shake it around just so you cover that casting. Let's move on. Once our casting has been sitting for about 2 days now, it is ready to be cleaned off. So I grab our old school snips, well, they're not snips, old school paint holders, and then we start just peeling it right off. It came right off this time, and it was very satisfying to see, as normal. Camera angles wasn't the best for this time, but we'll be working on that in the future. It was just, whatever they paint these cars with, it is nothing compared to what the old stuff is. Like, I'll keep an older casting in paint stripper for a week and it won't do anything. But I put one of these brand new cars in and it strips in a couple minutes. Seriously, like 15 minutes. I bet you this car was done in 15 minutes. Let's move on. After cleaning off our casting in the sink, this is what we got. It's a pretty clean casting, nothing really crazy. No imperfections, no casting lines. It's fairly straight and clean. So what I'm doing here is I'm grabbing my steel wool, no Dremel tool this week, because the paint I'm using, I don't need primer to stick on this one. I'm using a Tester's Rattle Cane Stick It purple paint. You might recognize the paint when you do see it, because we did use it on our Cornet video a while back. After our little break there, I do want to say thank you to Andrew for putting this whole thing together. I had a lot of fun doing this, man. I'm glad we are friends, and I'm glad I could help you take part and be one of your followers. Also, be one of your build buddies. I also wanted to say congratulations on the 1K. Last time I looked, he was at 1.02K. That's a big accomplishment, man, and I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work. You'll be at 2,000 before you know it. Guys, also, speaking of this, there's about 36 to 38 other people doing this build off, so make sure to go check out their videos as well. There's going to be a lot of cool builds, and I cannot wait to see everyone's build, including Andrew's. Speaking of builds, guys, there is a couple other builds this month. We have the Diecast Painted Green video that is on the 17th, and we also have the Diecast Mafia 68 442 build that is on March 15th. So make sure to check out those videos, and you still have a little time to take part if you want to. Not the Diecast Mafia, you only got about 2 days, unless you can build a car in 2 days. Go at it. We would love to see you guys, and we would love to take part. With all that said, guys, when this car is all clean like you see here, we're going to move on to paint. Let's go at it. Let's move on to paint. Cuda's Diecast Customs will be right back. Back, guys. So as you see here, this is the paint we went with. Very purpley, very sparkly. I love it. Now we're going to move on to our base. So what we're going to do with our base today is, first we are going to pry our little tabs. Again, I used the wrong screwdriver, but I end up not using the screwdriver at all, and I just pull them apart. Then after we pull our wheels off, we do pry off our little tabs because they will not be needed anymore. Like I said, we're doing more of a slammed stance. I got some custom wheels that we're going to use that you'll see in a moment, but my goal is to pretty much have the car look like it's slammed on the ground, and I will show you the process here in a second. So what we're going to move now is we're going to flip our base over, and I'm going to grab the biggest file I have. What you first want to do when you do one of these slam stance cars is you're going to want to sand down the bottom as smooth as you can get it. Once you smooth it down as smooth as you can get it, we will move on to wheels, and we will see what we do next. So, as you see here, these are the wheels I'm going with. I got these off of I'm not even sure what kind of car it was. It was all destroyed, disrotted, but the wheels looked perfect. So I was like, this is perfect for a drift type slammed car. So what I do is I take the old wheels that were originally on the car, and I take the axles and I split them in half. Once I split them in half, I do grab my snips, and then I bend the more top end of the axle to give it that slammed, tucked wheel look. And then you put it into the center of where the original axle goes, and then you blob some glue. We're going to do this in the rear, and then we're going to move on to details. By the way, guys, if you do not want to watch this process again, because I know I just showed it, you can skip to the 11-minute and 17-second mark. I'll see you over there. Welcome guys. After our wheels and our base is drying, we're going to move on to details. So what I started with was I'm going to detail our handles like we always do with our chrome pen, just because it's always important to detail your handles. Unless it's an old red line, then you don't want to do that. Then next we're going to chrome out our front headlights. Then eventually we do our back. I don't show it, but all I do is I detail the rear grille as well, the back bumper in black. Also, once the front end is dry with the chrome on the side markers and on the headlights, I will be painting those with the proper colors just to make it look more realistic. Once we finished, and then there was these little bulbs as you see there. I'm not sure what they were. I'm guessing they're mounting screws to like the hood. So I put some chrome on there too. Now I'm going to move to the back. Like I told you, I'm doing this back. I'm not sure what it was. I'm thinking, if I think correctly, I'm not big on these German cars. That was I'm guessing either a detail piece or it's a vent for the motor, because this car was rear engined, being a German sports car. I'm sorry guys if my facts are wrong. I'm not the biggest sports car kind of guy. I am strictly hot rods, so I'm doing my best here, but I had a lot of fun doing this. Once we do finish this up guys, we are going to move to our final assembly. I'll see you over there. Welcome back to our final assembly guys. So what we're going to start off with is our base. Those wheels are looking awesome. I love what I did there. Looked very cool. And we also detailed the bottom. I did the logo and we did some accent parts. Next we're going to move on to our casting. Looking awesome, all clear coated and shiny. All the lights are done. All the small little details that Hot Wheels miss are finally filled in. And the build looks so much more complete. And finally, we have our glass in our interior. We really didn't do much because it didn't need it. It was brand new. Guys, let's go see what we started with. Guys, this is what we started with. If you remember, it was a pretty basic looking, right out of the package, 1996 Porsche Carrera. And today, we honestly gave her a facelift and made her look 10 times better. Let's go see our final results. Guys, here is our final results. Here is our 1996 Porsche Carrera. Andrew, I have to say thank you for putting this whole thing together. Congratulations on the 1,000 subscribers. You really deserve it, man. You do some amazing work. Keep it up. Again, you're going to be at 2,000 before you know it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun doing this. And honestly, I think it's one of my best builds so far. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to go give me, Andrew, and everyone else who did this build off some love. Because everyone probably did a lot of work. I can't wait to see everyone's work. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Just as a reminder, if you're in the Massachusetts area and you're a hobbyist, make sure to go check out our good friend Mike Gordon and Kim Miller over at Turn 4 Hobbytown. We make your free time awesome.